rest of the students, they don't need the blessings of God. That was Arya was there, Shyant was Shivangi, Disha.
Ma'am, I was taking the prayer.
That was Chaitanya was there. Some of the students I observed, if they were not uttering the prayer. That means they don't need the blessings. Okay. This is not for me only. You are offering your prayer to your respective God. Now, so today, after a long gap, we are meeting with each other. So, today we are going to start the new chapter of ours, and that is the forward block and INA. Till now, we have discussed in the history of Indians' freedom struggle about the early setting up of the Congress, then early nationalist, assertive nationalist, their contribution of Mahatma Gandhi in getting the freedom, what struggle he, along with all the Indians, he had done. So here, so now we are going to start about one of the famous freedom fighter, that is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and his contribution, what he contributed towards, and how he also helped India to get its freedom back. Now, so Subhash Chandra Bose, that is from 1922, the 1945. This period was, and the contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose was there. During this period, what was the achievement of Subhash Chandra Bose and how he formed the forward block and INA. So all these things we will discuss in this chapter of ours. Now, Subhash Chandra Bose, as according to your reduced syllabus, Subhash Chandra Bose is forward block and the objectives and INA and the contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose. This is only in the reduced syllabus of yours. Now, first of all, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, as in the year 1869, Subhash Chandra Bose was born on 23rd of January in Kata. Then his life, no, that is not that much important about the starting of Subhash Chandra Bose. Now here, Subhash Chandra Bose, in the year 1922, from there only, the contribution of Subhash Chandra Bose in our freedom struggle, it is starting. So Subhash Chandra Bose was also a renowned personality because by his provocation of speech. Just a minute, beta.
Hello.
Okay. So now about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and his contribution. So yeah, in case of our freedom struggle, the contribution of
Hello.
Mahatma Gandhi, 1922, 20 to 22.
Satyagraha.
Satyagraha,
Civil
1920 to 22. Thank you, Maya. 1920 to 22. Led by Mahatma Gandhi.
Non-corporation.
Yes, non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement led by Mahatma Gandhi at that time in India it was going on. So by attracted by the methodology, by the ideology of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. So thank you, Beta. So by that ideology and methodology of Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, he attracted towards Gandhi and joined the non-cooperation movement. Later on, in which way, you are also very much aware that in which way that non-cooperation movement, it has came to an end. All of you are aware or not? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Which way? Let
Ma'am,
me know.
Chori
also.
Chora
Yes,
incident.
yes. By the Chauri Chora incident only. Abruptly, this non-cooperation movement has ended by Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you, Arya. Okay, so that non-cooperation movement has came to an end. But this ending of non-cooperation movement, it has been criticized by Subhash Chandra Bose. Because Subhash Chandra Bose believed on the tit-for-tat method. Now, what is this tit-for-tat method? That means whatever action will become from the opposition, that same type of action will be done from their behalf. That is called as the tit-for-tat method. So British, what type of method the British they have adopted here? In case of the Chauri Chora incident, the Indians also showed them the same method, applied the also same method. But as Mahatma Gandhi believed on the non-violence method, that's why he has abruptly ended it. This has been criticized by Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So from here on, the gap between Mahatma Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose, it has started. Okay. Now, so this was going on here. Next, that is Gandhiji and Subhash Chandra Bose. What type of relation was there? The relation between Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and Mahatma Gandhi. So by such a way, when Subhash Chandra Bose criticized the method of Mahatma Gandhi, then the rift or the gap between Mahatma Gandhi and Subhash Chandra Bose, it has started. Now, as Subhash Chandra Bose was also a very good orator. So by his provocational speech, inspiring speech, people, they were that time, they were gradually, they were being attracted towards Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. So the popularity of Subhash Chandra gradually it was increasing. So in the year 1938, Subhash Chandra Bose became the president of Indian National Congress. All of you are very much aware that from the beginning, after the formation of Indian National Congress. Okay, I forgot. In which year Indian National Congress was formed, Beta?
1885, December 28.
Yes. 1885. December 28. So after that, each year, the Indian National Congress, they were having their annual session, and in that annual session, their plan of action used to be set up, and the president also used to elect. So in the year 1938, Subhash Chandra Bose became the president of Indian National Congress. First. So as already I told you, he by his inspiring speech and his personality and his provocational ideas also attracting the people towards Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, and he was gaining the popularity. So the next time also, Subhash Chandra Bose became one of the president. That means in the year 1939, Subhash Chandra Bose once again, he stood as a candidature for the presidential election. Now, against Subhash Chandra Bose, now next slide of ours, here you can see that against Subhash, first of all, Mahatma Gandhi resolved Subhash Chandra not to stand as in the election. Yeah, resolved. Just he said Netaji not to stand. But Subhash Chandra Bose became a presidential candidature. So Mahatma Gandhi against Subhash Chandra Bose nominated this Pattavi Sitaramaiah. Here is a picture of Pattavi Sitaramaiah. Okay, and it is very much interesting that when Mahatma Gandhi started the non-cooperation movement at that time, Pattavi Sitaramaiah was against him, and this is called politics. Just see, but gradually Pattavi Sitaramaiah became the one of the nearest and dearest one of Mahatma Gandhi. So in that election, that in the Tripuri election against Subhash Chandra Bose, Pattavi Sitaramaiah was nominated by Mahatma Gandhi as the presidential candidate. And here also, in the year 1939, the Congress election, Indian National Congress, the annual session, again Subhash Chandra Bose became the president. And this has been criticized by Subhash Chandra Bose, by Mahatma Gandhi. And Mahatma Gandhi, he has taken it personally. In which way? Mahatma Gandhi uttered after the victory of Subhash Chandra Bose as the president of Congress in the year 1939 election. After that, Mahatma Gandhi told that the defeat of the opposition of Subhash Chandra is the defeat of mine, as because Pattavi Sitaramaiah, he was nominated by Mahatma Gandhi. That's why. Okay. So the supporters who has at that time supported Subhash Chandra Bose, so the working committee member or 13 working committee member, they have given their resignation. As Mahatma Gandhi uttered this sentence. Again, without the working committee, how could it be possible to function an organization properly? So again, in front of Subhash Chandra Bose, the working committee members, they have placed an condition that the member of the working committee, it will be chosen by Mahatma Gandhi, not by the President Subhash Chandra Bose. Clear? So this was an disrespect which has shown to Subhash Chandra Bose. So Subhash Chandra Bose, in the year here you can see that 29th of April 1939, Subhash Chandra Bose gave his resignation from the Indian National Congress. Got it? All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
The story between that is the relation between Subhash Chandra Bose and the Congress and Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, so in the year 1939, 29th of April, Subhash Chandra Bose gave his resignation from the Congress as because due to the varies of opinion between the leaders of Congress and Subhash Chandra. Now, next one. So, formation of forward bloc. So, 1939, April, 29th of April, he has given his resignation. Now, 3rd of May, in the year, because Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose and the supporters of Subhash Chandra, they were called as the left wing. Okay. So, the left wing members, they, along with Subhash Chandra Bose, they have formed an political party for Subhash Chandra only, and that is called as the forward bloc. which was formed on May 1939, just next month. Yeah, Subhash Chandra Bose formed his own political party, Forward Bloc, along with the left-wing members. Is it clear? Hello?
Ma'am, can you repeat this one?
Okay, so in the year 1939, in the month of April, Subhash Chandra Bose gave his resignation, but he was having the zeal, having the zest to get the freedom back from the British. So in such a way, he felt to set up an organization and political organization for the people only, for the Indians only, to get their freedom back. And with the viewpoint of him, with the methodology, ideology of Subhash Chandra Bose, who believed on the tit for tat method. Clear? Now, next one, as well is the slide. One slide was there. Okay. Where I am not slide, where that is the difference of Subhash Chandra and Gandhiji was there. There, that Gandhiji believed on the small scale industry, whereas Subhash Chandra Bose believed on the large scale industry. The variance of opinion was there between Subhash Chandra Bose and Mahatma Gandhi, and that's why here now Subhash Chandra Bose, as the disrespect has shown to Subhash Chandra Bose, that's why by the different statements that has been given by Mahatma Gandhi, when Subhash Chandra Bose won second time as the president of presidential election has been won by Subhash Chandra Bose. That has been taken personally by Mahatma Gandhi. Now, so Subhash Chandra Bose, after giving his resignation, he felt to form an organization along with the members only who will have the same motive and the same point of view also. So along with the left-wing members who have supported Subhash Chandra Bose in the month of May, just next month only, after giving his resignation from the Congress, just next month, in the month of May 1939, Subhash Chandra Bose formed a political party of him only, which was called as Forward Bloc. Got it? Formation of Forward Bloc.
Yes, ma'am.
In which condition? Now, the objective of the Forward Bloc, this is there in your formation of the Forward Bloc and its objective. Now, after that objective, that is just a minute, but sorry to for the disturbance. Sneha, hello, Sneha.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, take the screenshot, better,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
that I can send it here to your class teacher. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the objectives. First of all, the first objective, the first and the foremost objective of this organization of Forward Bloc was there to get the freedom of Indians back from the British with the support of workers, peasants, youth, and other organizations. That means with the help of the whole Indians to get the freedom back. That is the first and the foremost objective of this Forward Bloc. Now, after gaining the freedom about the planning, future plan about India, here is the next one: reorganize of agriculture and industry on socialist line. Now, development or reorganization of agriculture. Now, why he has given an emphasis on agriculture? As because India is an agricultural country. The main source of income of our economy is agriculture. And that time was also agriculture was there. So, and if the development or reorganization of the agriculture will be, then the lower middle class, poor peasants, all of them will be benefited. So from the grassroots level, it will be benefited, the people, those they are related with agriculture. So if the development in agriculture will be, then our economy will also be benefited by such a way. Not only agriculture, he has given an emphasis on industrials. That means the industry, those they are the rich people, they used to invest their money in industry so that rich people also could get the benefit of their money. So economical development of theirs could be also possible. That's why Subhash Chandra Bose has given an emphasis on both for the poor and for the rich also. Here his planning was there. For the development, that means the overall Indians, the development was there. Now next one, that is the abolition of the Zamindari system. I think in class 8 standard, you have read about the Zamindari system. Have you read? Can you remember? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what was the Zamindari system at that time? 3 types of land reform system. 3 types of land reform system was there. That time prevailed. What was that 3 types land reform? Any one of you? No? None of you? Permanent settlement? Then? Hello?
Mahalwari.
Yes.
Mahalwari.
Yes. One more. Permanent settlement, Mahalwari settlement, and in between these 2. Starting with the letter R.
Ma'am, Royatawari settlement.
Yes, yes, Harshita. Yes, correct. Rajwari settlement. That was the permanent settlement, Mahalwari settlement, permanent settlement, Rajwari settlement, and Mahalwari settlement. So, in case of that, at that time, under the British rule, this type of zamindari system, without taking any pain, the British, they were enjoying the money of the common people, because all the pain, it was carried by the zamindars, because the that is extracting the, or collecting the taxes from the common people and mostly from the peasants. From the peasants, it was the pain of the zamindars out. Now, as the already we have discussed there in class 8 standard. So zamindars, they were exploiting the peasants to get more and more taxes, so that they could also be benefited out of the money of the peasants. So that this torture, this exploitation could come to an end. For that reason only, Subhash Chandra Bose wanted to give an emphasis on the abolition of that zamindari system. Clear? Why the main or one of the objective of Subhash Chandra Bose was also that after gaining the independence, what could be the objective, or what will be the objective of the Indians all here? That is the forward block. Okay. Now next one, that is the introduction of the new monetary and credit system. As you think, I think you can remember that along with that zamindari system, one group of people was created who used to give the loan to the peasants. Who are that? Yes, money lenders. Money lenders. And in case of that money lenders, they also exploiting the peasants. Because the peasants, they were mostly uneducated one, they were not aware about the interest, percent of interest on so the money lenders, they have imposed a high interest. They have imposed high interest on that loan, whichever they used to give to the peasants. So to stop that act of money lenders also, here the new monetary and credit system was to be started by the forward block. That means nowadays, which is the banking system of ours. Clear? So all these things, that means that far-sightedness Subhash Chandra Bose was having, and he also planned for the overall development of all the people of India. Simultaneously, the economic benefit of the Indians also he has thought about. So clear it is objectives of the forward block. Clear is it? Anyone is having any doubt? Anyone
No,
doubt?
ma'am.
Okay, now yeah, so can I ask a few questions related to this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Now yeah, so
Ma'am,
first of
ma'am,
all,
ma'am,
yeah,
that name can you repeat of the
which
leader,
one?
ma'am, in election opposition of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose?
Pattavi Sitaramaiah. Pattavi Sitaramaiah. Okay, got it?
Ma'am,
Yes, beta?
ma'am, can you please explain the last objective?
Yeah, an introduction of the new monetary and credit system. This one.
Yes.
Okay. So in case of that time, when the zamindari system existed here in India, that time one group of people also created as because I don't know. So as here, so due to that, yes, along that time when the zamindari system that time here existed, so at simultaneous one group of people was also created who could provide the loan to the peasants. Now here the question is also there. None of you have asked me, Miss, why there is a necessity for the peasants to take the loans? Why? Why they will borrow the money from the money lenders? As because at all the time, anyone is having the answer of this
Ma'am,
question?
for growing crops as it's seasonal and once a year it has to be grown, so huge amount of money is required at instance.
Ma'am,
Okay. Yes?
ma'am, land tax. Due to land
Yes.
taxes.
Yes. Mayank is
Ma'am,
correct.
ma'am, due to
Yes.
land taxes by British, higher land taxes.
Yes, Mayank. Yes. Yes, absolutely correct, Mayank, you are. Because the high taxes has imposed on the peasants. Due to that only, because all the time the production, it is not the same. There was the rain and the drought was also there. So not possible for the peasants to grow or to produce the crops of each quantity, but they have to give the taxes to the peasants. No option they were having. That's why they used to borrow the money from the money lenders. Okay, got it? All of you?
Yes.
Okay, one more period is there. Then Mahi, I will explain that point once again, beta. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta. All of you stay home, stay safe, be happy and be healthy also. And thank you all for wishing me the happy Teachers' Day. Thanks a lot, beta. God bless you all. Okay, bye, beta.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, beta.